Here is Paul Barnett, concert soloist, preparing for his performance tonight with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
That's not going to work. There.
Like any soloist, he likes to arrive at the hall early, check the acoustics, make sure his instrument is in perfect condition. One wrong note and a concert can be ruined. People who don't know this piece of music probably have been known to jump out of their seats.
Oh, occasionally somebody's startled, but we've got the lights that go on, the warning lights that go on, so nobody's unduly startled. And what is really fun is working with veteran audiences where they've been coming back to a single place year after year, and they know exactly what to expect.
They do this?
No. They,
Audiences that know what to expect do cover their ears. Paul Barnett does not play the piccolo. At last, up on stage, the guest conductor, Maestro Erich Kunzel, announces the music, Tchaikovsky's Festival Overture, Opus 49.
Ladies and gentlemen, 150-year birthday to Tchaikovsky, his 1812.
The 1812 Overture. And like any soloist, Paul Barnett awaits his entrance. You can read the tension in his face. On the last pages of Tchaikovsky's score, below the music for the string section and the wind section and the timpani, appears the scoring for an instrument denoted Kan, K-A-N, 1/4 note per measure. Paul Barnett's solo is approaching. The moment is here. K-A-N stands for canon. Paul Barnett is the concussion section. A great performance. Smoke drifts through the hall and the audience is on its feet. A triumph. And afterwards, Maestro Kunzel is elated. What did conductors do before Paul Barnett came along, when the score calls for a canon?
They did various things. First of all, sometimes they used actually two bass drums, one louder than the other. But the most riotous thing that people used to do is they used to take, you know, a rather big metal garbage can and take a shotgun and fire it in there.
How were you inspired to go search for a real cannoneer?
Well, I thought I was doing this concert at the University of Cincinnati outdoors. And I thought, this is kind of stupid. The whole symphony orchestra, we had a brass band, and a giant, you know, type of exposure. And to do it with a bass drum, or everybody would see us with this shotgun and a can. And then someone told me that there's a guy up in South Bend that's collecting old cannons. Call up Paul Barnett.
Paul Barnett was a state trooper once, then an English teacher. His hobby was playing around with muzzle-loading black powder muskets. That led to bigger and bigger guns. National parks and forts and museums needed cannons. So now, in South Bend, he has a cannon factory.
We're usually backlogged. The backlog varies, but there's a good demand for the work.
This started as a hobby, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But a lot of people are interested in antique guns who don't go so far as to make them.
Well, this was a hobby that got out of hand.
When he's not making cannons, Paul Barnett's on the road with his concussion section, hauling cannons to performances of the 1812 Overture all over the country. This winter, he's going with Maestro Kunzel to an outdoor performance in Leningrad, assuming he can get a Russian import permit for 16 100-year-old cannons, which predate the Russian Revolution.
Okay, that's it for that. That's number 16.
They are authentic Lyle guns, meant for firing lifelines from ship to ship and ship to shore. They go off with a very satisfying roar. which can be felt as well as heard. Tchaikovsky liked drums, but audiences had heard plenty of drums. The old composer must have thought, I need an instrument that'll blow them away. Down the centuries, most performances of the 1812 ignored the solo line marked K-A-N for canon. But at last, the composer has found his soloist, Paul Barnett, virtuoso cannoneer.